What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a great day, and if not, I hope today gets better. So to start off this video, I wanted to ask you guys a question. Do you have proper communication? I'm pretty sure anyone who's watching this video knows somebody who can't really seem to speak clearly or can't seem to speak much at all. But I wanted to make this video about the importance of having proper communication and about the other factors that it can have into your life. Now, do keep this in mind. This is not a video about shyness. This video is talking to anybody in particular who either leaves important details out of a conversation or can't properly explain what they need. And as always, I made 3 categories that we're going to go ahead and break down and discuss. And these categories are: number 1, explain in detail; number 2, explain in less detail; and number 3, say it with your chest. So yeah, like every video, let's just go ahead and break those down and let's see how far my rabbit hole goes. But before I begin, if there's any part of this video that you found helpful, please let me know in the comments down below. Leave me a like for the video and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. But with that out of the way, let's just go ahead and get to it. So starting off with number 1, explain in detail. When I notice people have conversations or even important conversations, I notice that sometimes people will leave out certain details that were actually very beneficial to the conversation at hand. So here's a lame example. So let's say you and your friend Kevin are talking and he tells you that he's about to come over to your house and hang out for the day, right? So he sends you a text like, "Hey man, I'm about to be over soon." So you're waiting around, then an hour goes by, then you get another text from him that says, "Hey, I'm driving over now." Okay, well, you did say that about an hour ago, but all right, cool. So then you're waiting for about another hour, and then that goes by, and then he sends you another text saying like, "Hey, I'll be there in about 20 minutes. Kevin, you're my neighbor. Where are you going, man?" Now, obviously, that's not a great example, but I do hope it makes my point. Try to be as accurate as possible with your information. So in that example, if Kevin would have just said that he had something to do before he was going to come over and hang with us, then that would have easily cleared the air, and we wouldn't be sitting there in frustration waiting on this guy for 2 hours. Come on, Kevin, what the hell? Now, this may be a bit off topic, but I do notice that some people tend to not really ask the right questions during certain conversations as well. Now, this is mainly common in workplaces, but I do think it's important to not only just give the right information, but to also be asking for the right information as well. There are no stupid questions when you really are trying to understand the task at hand, so be willing to ask questions if you are confused. And just remember, it's not stupidity, it's enlightenment. With that said, do try to keep in mind that in case someone is asking questions to you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're being challenged. People don't live within our minds, so do restate things if it's needed. And if you are leading some type of project, then do be patient with people when they are trying to learn your process. Now moving on to number 2, explain in less detail. This may contradict some things I just said, but even though there is an importance to explain a lot in detail, there is another importance to explain some in less detail. While it might feel important to tell everyone everything that's going on, respectfully do remember there is a time and place for everything. Only focus on the dire details that relate to the topic at hand and throw out anything that doesn't relate to the situation whatsoever. Here's another lame example. Say you're a manager of a warehouse and you have a task that needs done. So you go to one of your employees and you explain it to them. And while explaining, you start going down this rabbit hole of the other work tasks that need to be done that day. And now all of a sudden you're confusing your employee because now instead of explaining the task that's in front of you guys, you're just explaining tasks that are not related to this situation whatsoever. Keep the direct detail to the topic at hand and try to keep your thoughts and stresses out of the unrelated situations. While it is great to keep people informed as much as possible, do this without confusion by over-explaining something. This too may be a little bit off track, but like I was saying earlier, there is a time and place for certain conversations. It's always important to speak your mind, but do it when the opportunity meets the moment, and not just throwing it out in a situation that's really unrelated. You'll find that holding your tongue and talking about it later will not only just help you build a better way to communicate this issue, but will also give the other person a proper chance to listen since both of you guys aren't busy doing something. Now finally on to number 3, say it with your chest. Not to steal a great joke from Kevin Hart, but I would like to turn it into saying say it with confidence. Most of the time, people have a hard time saying what they need to say, and that goes for myself as well. But I think when people even are speaking their minds, they don't really speak it with confidence, which ultimately doesn't make anyone take them seriously. A lot of times I notice sometimes people will say like, "Well, I talked to so-and-so and it didn't go well." And then they'll relay their conversations back to me, and I'll notice that they kept certain things out of the conversation, and then they'll wish that they would have said those things back in the conversation that they had. So I'm just going to say it like this. If you want peace of mind, you have to get everything off your chest, and you have to say it with confidence. It really is the only way to kind of just let it be done and gone. And again, to me, the saying means to say it with confidence and not saying it to start a fight. As I said, there is a great importance of speaking your mind and always speaking your truth, but always do this with composure and respect among the person that you are talking to. Saying things with not only confidence, but with calmness and respect will show great maturity, and could even inspire an ignorant person to grow up for a moment. The way you say things do truly matter. Fights and arguments can always be avoided with proper phrasings like, I understand how you feel, or I get that, however, instead of saying things like I don't care or you're wrong. Understand that just like yourself, everybody wants to be heard, so just try to be respectful and understanding in the situation, and let people talk, and try not to be discouraging or disrespect anything that they're trying to say. Something that I also want you to take away from this too is that if you don't speak for yourself, then somebody will. Maybe this said person has your best interest at heart, but if you're always letting this person talk for you, you are always going to be hiding behind this said person, and ultimately letting them making the decisions for you. Even if you love this person, you have to be able to make your own choices and your own mistakes. If you have somebody that is constantly puppeting your every move, you will eventually grow resentment towards this person. Despite who they are or what their intentions are, they're only going off based of what their heart says, not yours. Speak for yourself, speak from the heart, and be honest when you're doing it, and ask yourself, did I really say what I needed to say? The last thing you want to do is replay scenarios of things that you wish you would have said. Alright guys, that's all I had in today's video. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I also want to thank you guys for getting me up to 57 subscribers. My goal by the end of the year is I want to be able to get up to 100 subscribers, so hey, we're already halfway there. 57 may not be a huge number in the grand scale of YouTube, but for me that is a pretty big number, and that's 57 people who actually want to watch my content and just hear what I have to say. So honestly, I am beyond grateful for that, so thank you. I don't really have anything to announce right now, but I will keep you guys updated in my social media. It's a good place to watch my shorts or even just to talk to me one-on-one. I'll have the links in the description below. And let me know down in the comments below if you have any tips for having better communication. I'm really interested to see what you guys have to say. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this in the future. But alright guys, I'm out of here. Have a good one.